to take some beating. I mean, you've got all the quicker drivers, so to speak, with Dobby, Mr. Ice Cold Andy, Caarlsberi, Pubster Randy, Fuzzer, all going to be on or approaching their final lap now. So let's see if anybody can take that pole position away from James. Yeah, they are leaving very late. Bit of a lag spike there from Carl. Hopefully that was just a bit of a mishap. Pubster Randy was asking the session in P9. He won't be too happy with that.
Yeah, one thing doing about Carl with the farm car, he's always at the top in the world.
Yeah.
He's quick around here as well.
Yeah, Carl was very quick. Yeah, Carl actually took the time to commentate on his first race last night for the Division 2 Canada race. Looks like a very tidy lap so far from Carl. So, if you was the drivers now, what sort of strategy would you be looking to take?
Same as last time, I probably could stretch out the top, and if I possibly could go to the hard to the end if it was my work.
Yeah, go hard to the end. Yeah, Spain's a bit of a tricky one. Again, it's very much weather permitted. 9 times out of 10 it's always quite nice in Spain, but you never know. But yeah, the soft... Yeah, I mean the soft tyres are always very handy. Obviously if you do go to the harder compound you are going to lose a lot of time, so it's very much a risk to take either a 1 or a 2 sort of strategy. As Carl loses it towards the end of his lap there, it's going to compromise his time.
I didn't get a track extender there.
That's a strong start. Well done. Okay, the safety car is out. The safety car is out.
Oh, he hasn't. Why didn't I before?
Yeah, the safety car is in.
Actually, he's caught himself out there.
Oh my god, what a restart from Carl here. As James forces him off wide a little bit, which is allowing NR to then pull through. And I believe NR might take the lead of the Grand Prix here. As they're going 3 wide into turn 1. James holds position. Carl loses out to NR there. But incident, or he's maybe lost the back end of the car. He's had absolutely no luck whatsoever. But I would expect his fortunes to turn round. He's a very quick driver. We're going to go on board with Carl as he's only 0.2 of a second up. There we go. He's driving up inside of NR. They're going to go side by side.
I'll tell you what, I know we watched this battle, but if you look at James, he might be pulling away, but he's going to wear out his tyres. I noticed in turn 9 for the past 3 laps in a row now, he's double knocked up into the corner.
Yeah.
And his tyres very well, even though he's pulling away.
He's got a fantastic helicopter shot here. I love this camera shot. It looks like Carl and NR have quite a similar straight line speed. So I think it's even more in the corners that Carl's going to need to take advantage. NR is a fast driver, but heavily relies on his straight line speed sometimes. As Fuzzer has left the session, it's happened to him a couple of times so far this year. Bit of a lag spike. We're going to take an onboard camera with Carl actually. It's always interesting to see a driver's perspective of the race unfolding. Now towards the back end of the lap is where we see, I think, yeah, JW is now retired from the session, so there must be an incident there. Yellow flag in sector 1. Will we see another safety car?
It's gone to, he's on the hard side, he's gone around that long left right hander, I think he's just lost it into the wall.
Yeah, as Carl goes side by side with NR, tries to switch back, NR covers it well. Yeah, Carl looks so much quicker through the corners in NR, but I think it's his straight line speed that's saving his P2 at the moment. Approaching the final sector.
Was it for straight line speed? I'm pretty sure Carl would have a left side squeeze.
And Carl goes for a little dive there, clips NR, which makes him cut the corner.
But I don't think with that big cloud there, I don't think that was really good improve for Carl. I don't think that we would take very really quickly in the park.
Now we're going to go on board with Pubster Randy as he's capitalised on the battle between the guys ahead, as he looks to go up the inside of Carl, but backs out sensibly. Obviously doesn't want to give himself any wing damage. We're going to take a look now.
I think then I'll make the next Carl does some crazy guys on which one head well. Yeah, maybe I just go out for that.
I think what Carl needs to do, Carl needs to rely on just the smallest mistake from NR. And Carl needs to absolutely nail a lap. There we go. Yeah, he's getting closer. If I was Carl in his position, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, NR just box him out.
He's on the top. pit stops are only around the corner. Look at the tyres, you can see from an arc car that starts to degrade. It won't be long before they get the pits, go jump from the pits to an undercut, try whatever.
Yeah, Carl looks walking very, very close now. I would imagine. Yeah, I'd imagine Carl to have a look here. Is he going to take a look?
Yeah, he does.
Does up the inside?
He pushes it out wide. Yeah, very good move. He pushes it out wide.
Nice. Yeah, nice move from Carl.
Exit now.
Yeah, he's 100% going to get him with DRS. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. As Ps4 F1 coming to the pits and put on the soft tyres, so he's looking to go to the end on them now.
A lot of laps on the soft tyres, in fact, yeah, that's the 15 laps, isn't it?
Yeah. But then again, you say that, and don't forget that the guys that started on the soft tyres and pitted on lap 15 would have qualified on them as well, so there would have been a couple of laps old. So I don't think it's... Yeah. Oh yeah, there is that. Forgot about that. I'm glad you're here. I've just had a... just
like a car, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I've just had word from Corey as well, saying it was a bit of a lag spike that put him into a wall. We've got a yellow in sector 1. Hopefully nothing too serious there.
It seems to be Funky Cobra.
Funky Cobra. Has he gone off into the gravel? Not good for Funky.
The gravel was going to be 37 seconds behind you already.
Yeah.
Great.
Not good for him, as we see. Yeah, Carl's gone past Show and got himself back up into P5. Sorry we missed that, Carl. We're just...
No, if he gets taken out by the lag, he knows that when he does his top doors his race in the top lane, the lag can just change the race instantly.
Yeah, absolutely. And interestingly, we've Caarlsberi's gaining time on NR, and NR is gaining time on James by the looks of things.
Yeah, all he has a dive bomb, and that's Ps4 F's car.
Yeah, I went on board as I saw Ps4 his hand up in the air as he's weaving his car around. He's either not happy or he's showing off. Yeah, exactly. I think Carl will be... Yeah, I think Carl's going to be quite happy with this at the moment. He'll be quite content, I think. I think it's important now. Here we go, Pub's having a look around the outside. Is he going to try a bit of a switchback? No, Carl's having a late move. Oh, very close. Yeah.
Carl doesn't seem to have a lot of fuel on board though. He's only marginally over.
Yeah, same as Pub. Pub a bit of a corner cut there, as he's literally touching the battle. This is great driving from these three. Who's going to be the first one to make a move? Nothing silly, Carl. Oh, there's a touch. Is Carl through?
There's only one driver with a corner cutting penalty, and that's George Alice.
Really? Has nobody else got penalties?
George Alice has a 3-second time penalty for corner cut. Oh, that's George gone wide. He's gone on to I think that's definitely something that was got he's just gone off the track. He's sliding all over the place, he's got the time. Interestingly enough though, the other drivers are staying out. I won't be surprised if we saw a little dive from George going into the system, but yeah, as I say, I believe he's getting into it.
Yeah, Ps4 has got back past Carl as the track does look like it's starting to get a bit wetter. Let's see if the leader's time in the pits. Right, okay, interestingly, Mr. Caarlsberi's gone into the pits, but James has stayed out.
I think James is going to try and catch this up and go to the end.
Okay. NR, Ps4 have gone in, whereas Carl has stayed out for one more lap, so Carl doesn't feel like it's into the weather yet. Now this is going to be... This is going to be close. I think this is the make or break situation here, so for Carl and for James, have they made the right call, or have they not? Yeah. The question is, will he... I mean, you can see that time dropping down 17.7, 17.6. Right, James is now pitting with 2 laps to go. What is Carl going to do?
Interestingly,
Carl is staying out.
Look at Andy, he's 22 seconds behind. How long is the pit?
Probably about 22, 23 seconds.
I think Andy might just come out ahead.
Do you know what? I think although Carl has he's taken a massive risk here.
It was very close, I think James is just going to nick it. Yeah, he will. Very tight there.
Yeah, very close. Although Carl now has a 14.5 second gap. Now, can he maintain that? This is going to be a very close ending because Carl is obviously just going to gamble and try and get the race win. But that gap is coming down and coming down. I would imagine that the guys will probably catch him. But it's going to be a very close ending to the race. Carl needs to have the lap of his life now.
Yeah, look at that. James has just caught 2 seconds in Carl in 1 sector. Not even, maybe a second and a half.
Yeah, exactly. But then looking at it, he's still got 11.5 seconds to go.
Yeah,
this
and
is
he's not
going to be
catching enough. I think Carl's played this right. He could have done.
Yeah, although he's gone very slow now. He's going to lose so much time there. I'd imagine drop down to about 9.5 seconds in a second. Oh no, it's not worked out too bad. Oh, Carl! Oh. Fuzzy was unlapped himself. Or if Carl didn't have that block up, he needs to get this last bit right. Oh, Carl.
Yeah, look.
6.5 seconds now.
6 seconds, he's lost 3 seconds and then the last 2 turns.
Okay, we're going to go on board with Mr. Ice Cold Andy. The only thing that Carl can hope for now is that Andy tries to take that position off of James and it slows and serves him down. Obviously, they're still going to be catching him at a really fast rate.
Yeah, look at that. You see the last 2 turns, and James is 7 seconds behind him, he's now gone for 4.
Yeah. I think, well, I would imagine that Carl will still keep himself on the podium.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, but yeah, he's not going to be able. He's kind of a sitting duck, really.
He's stranded, literally. He's stranded.
Yeah, he really is stranded. If that was just 1 lap less, then Carl would have made the best decision. Although I don't think James would have pitted. Or James goes a bit wobbly there.
It depends on his life how he can just keep on. No, he doesn't have it. He'll get the traction and he'll pass him.
Always going to be a touch. As Andy moves off. Oh, he's taken Carl.
Have the winner from everyone.
Yeah. I think Carl really unlucky there. I'm really gutted for him because I think if that was just half a lap longer that the rain held off for him, I think Carl would have made a fantastic choice. I really do. But yeah, really unlucky. As we are about to see James lift his 2nd race winner's trophy, and we do have a finish driver in 3rd place. You shake your champagne, you get each other wet, and you enjoy yourself. Old VJ sitting down there, very happy man.
Yeah,
so final standings. Yeah, final standings. We've got James, who's taken the win. Started on pole, fantastic effort from him. Mr. Ice Cold Andy from P7 to 2nd place. Carl, as we see there, taking P3. Pubster Andy and NR taking 4th and 5th. B Smooth in 6th. We've got 3 Americans in a row there. Whiskey in 7th. George Alice has dropped down to P8. Shown in P9 and Chris Logan rounding off the top 10. Then we've got Funky just missing out on some points there in P11. And then the last remaining finishers, Fuzzer and Dobby, people I did not expect to see at the bottom of the order there. But for the non-finishers, we've had Josh McGill, who I was really gutted for. He had a fantastic race. Lennon, Status, JW, Pagani, Corey and Shay. And that is everybody, I believe. Thanks for joining me tonight, mate. I hope you enjoyed it.